Good morning, everybody. My name is Karen, and this is my Flosstube channel about cross stitch, KBH stitches. It is Flosstube 34, and it is October 22nd of 2025 already. It's been a little bit since I've been here, so hopefully I'll get in the swing of things. But I'm always a little kerfuffled at the beginning, so I'm just going to go ahead. I don't feel like I have quite as much, but I also do have a full table, so I'm going to get right into it. Happy fall, everybody. I am feeling the fall. It finally cooled off here, and it's a little bit dark outside, so my light is a little strong, so I hope that works out. But I put out all the fall decorations, and I've been stitching a few black cats here and there, and so I'm just going to start off with a few of my past finishes, and then I have some FFOs, whips, all that stuff. It's just going to be, as usual, my kind of usual, which is a little bit odd. But first I wanted to show you my acorn collection has grown. So if you didn't see my last video, I have, in my neighborhood, I walk on a trail, and we have these oak trees. Yeah. Yes. God, if that isn't right, I'm sorry. Anyway, I found these, and I bought these felt balls on Amazon, and they're just stuck in there. I didn't glue them or anything. I didn't prep the acorns in any way. I just stuck them in there. I don't know how they'll hold up over, the season, or if they'll store or whatever. So I just have them in there. They're all different colors. They're so fun. And so I'm definitely at capacity at the moment. So anyway, I just wanted to start off with that. Happy fall, y'all. All right, we're gonna put it right there. All right, and then a few other finishes. I posted a picture on Instagram of, I decorated for fall, and then in October I added all of my Halloween things, and I had taken a picture of them just on the floor, and it was like a hugely popular picture. So I brought up my favorite piece, and I finished this last year. This is Scaredy Cat by Teresa Kogut. And I love him. He's stitched on 40 count straw, which I think was the called for, with the called for floss. There he is. And I just love it. And I put this on the back, and then I attached this pom-pom trim. I sewed that on. I haven't done pom-pom again. I need to. I had trouble attaching it at the bottom, but I think it's fine. But anyway, that is my favorite of my Halloween things that goes out every year. And I think I finished him last year. So, he's doing good. And then, I don't know when I finished this. 4 or 5 years ago, but this is my favorite fall piece that I put up. This is, ooh, oh gosh, how are we gonna? This is Olga's Stocking by Plum Street Samplers. And I stitched this, God, it's gotta be 5 or 6 years ago. My mother-in-law finished it for me as a proper stocking. So I have these pumpkin things in it. And I stitched this with all the called for colors on a platinum linen by Zweigart, 40 count it looks like. But I think it's 36. I think it's actually 36. Anyway, I'm gonna give you kind of a closer look. It's so beautiful. I changed the house. The house was done in this door color, and you can see how similar it was. So I changed the house to red so you could see it. I wish I hadn't, but so it goes. There's Olga. And then pumpkins. It is quite long. is a proper stocking. And as I said, my mother-in-law finished it for me as a proper stocking. She put this rickrack on the top, so cute. And I just hang it on the wall. And it is my favorite fall piece. So anyway, so I thought I would show you my favorite fall and my favorite Halloween. Whew, okay. All right. So those are previous finishes. And then I have a few FFOs from last time I showed you. I had finished this piece. It's by Stitching with the Housewives, Geese Halloween, something like that. Anyway, I love it. I stitched this on Osnaburg fabric with the alternate DMC. And I put some gingham on the back. Is it gingham when it goes this way? Is it gingham either way? I don't remember. And just that purple, because they have these purple bows. So I thought it matched perfectly. And I love that one. That one's out now. And then I believe I had this finished last time as well. This is, I'm sorry, the Squirrel Mini Sampler by Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting with the called for DMC, except for it called for a brown for these letters, and I just wanted to do them in green. And I got those acorns on the back and a little, a little squirrel pin on there. So I got that one FFO'd. And then I think, I'm not sure I had finished stitching this. This is Fall Birds by Stitchy Princess in the fall. That's why Just Cross Stitch is now by seasons. So it's the autumn edition of Just Cross Stitch magazine. And I did this also on Osnaburg fabric with the called for DMCs. There was a border that I left off, but it's so pretty. And I did that, and I just think it's delightful. I love it. So I got those done. And then I believe too, I had started for October, for the last number of years, I've been stitching black cats with a few friends. And so I had picked this, this pattern off of, it's a freebie pattern off of Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting again. It's called the Cat Stamp. And I did this with the called for DMCs. The border was supposed to be black, but I did it purple. And I think there were a few other whoop-de-doos that I just left off. And I added, trying to get him to focus, I added whiskers. And you can see this is stitched on Osnaburg, so it ended up a little more rectangle than square, but that doesn't bother me. And I got these cute black cat faces on the back. So I'm going to show you these little patterns. She calls them her stamps, and I have a whole bunch ready for fall that I'm going to plan. I don't know. I don't know. I am in fall mode. I have a black cat going, but I am like fall mode. So anyway, finish that one as well. And then these two, what did I even do? I don't even know how I found these, but I finished stitching both of these in April of 2019. And these are two animal stacks by Plum Street Samplers. This is, I think it's called Goat Load. I can't get anything to focus. There it is. I think on most of these, if I have the fancy, I'll use it. If I don't, I'll just use the DMC. Because a lot of them, like, it's just like this pink I probably subbed. But this is Goat Load. And so far, all of my animal stacks, I've put the outside on. So I just continued that. So this is Goat Load, and this is this it's turkeys. It's gobble gob or something. I don't know. I had put, like I said, I finished stitching. Look at the baby on the top. I finished stitching these in 2019. So I have long put the patterns away. I love the corn. Look at the corn on that. Focus. Will you focus? It won't, but I love this one. And I put this on the back. Now I have to, so when I finish, I hate the cutting. The cutting is the worst part. And so I need to slow down and make sure, because this could have been right in the middle and would have looked very nice, but I just, so anyway, and then a little yellow trim to offset that corn. So I finally got 2 more stacks done, which is so exciting. So I think I've fully finished 6 of these now. I've stitched another couple, and then I realized I didn't have one going, so we're gonna get to that at the end. So that would be a cute little screenshot. So those were my FFOs. Oh, I hope this goes fast. As far as finishes, again, every month my son picks me a Mill Hill kit, and this was October's. I get ahead of myself. And I got that one finished. This one was super fun. It has a lot of beads in it. A lot of beads. Sorry, my light is, like I said, it's dark outside, so my light is really strong, but hopefully it's okay. But it has a lot of beads on it. This one. So that one was super fun. So again, now I have like 14 of those to finish. And then I just finished this one. These are the Satsuma Street kits. These I've done all of the 12 days of Christmas so far. This is for calling birds. You get a full kit. You get the floss, the sequins and stuff, a needle, and the perforated paper. And I finished that. I love these colors. And I stitched the main color on all these birds. Got here and realized that it was wrong. I pulled it all out because it was gonna matter. And I don't know how, I mean, everything she does is shaded. I should have known. But I just love it. I just think it's so clever. I love these on the phone. I just think they're so clever. So I have the kit for 5 golden rings, and then I believe the next one should be coming out in November. So I might leave this out and go ahead and get to 5 golden rings because these go so fast. They really, really do. They stitch up really, really fast. And so I would love to be caught up. What I tend to do is like, instead of being caught up, I'll be like, oh, but what if we go on a trip? These are great to take on a trip. Well, just do it, right? Just do it. So that was for calling birds. So as of now, in the year so far, I have 75 finishes. So not as many as last time, but oh well, they come when they come and they happen when they happen. Okay, so that was finishes. That was FFOs. So now we are on to my whips. So, peacock, unicorn, or badger. If you've been here, this is the first thing I show every time for over 2 years now. I do this project 27 minutes, 5 days a week, and I had slacked off in the summer, for sure. But I have really I've caught up now. So I ended up, you'll see, I'm to the tree. So I got a page finish. And because I was going to have to move the hoop, I brought the whole thing for you. So there's the whole thing. I can show you. And it's so funny because I was showing, we'll get into it, my samplers. I've always thought of this as the biggest thing I have because it's full coverage. But when I had some of that fabric that like went all the way down, and this doesn't, this is not as big. So anyway, the point being, since I saw you last, when I saw you last, I had this, right? And so I came down, I filled in this flower, I came and I filled in that flower, and now I'm bringing this tree down. The tree in the middle is a big kind of point, right? So that's like the halfway mark. So I'm gonna work on this trunk for a bit. There's a lot of branches that come out. So it's a lot of fiddly counting. So it's probably gonna go a little bit slower, but this was another page. So there she is. Peacock, unicorn, and a badger. So I tried my best to work on that 27 minutes, 5 days a week. And it's just really different stitching for me because sorry, I'm like sweaty and stuff. I'm sorry, gross. It's either kind of you're doing these tedious outlines, which the counting can be, you have to really pay attention, or you're doing all this fill-in that's kind of mindless. So I really love it. Anyway. Okay, then on to these are my 2 threads a day, and technically this one actually is a finish, but it's on the other half of a fabric, so I'm showing it to you now. But Jacinta of Crafting on the Plains is doing a sal called Your Freebie Sal, and I've been taking part in that. And I picked this freebie from the blue flower, and I'll just show you. I stitched that up. Again, Osnaburg fabric with the called for DMCs. It's so, so cute. And I posted this on Instagram and somebody asked me where I got it. And I told them, and then I went to Blue Flower's website just to make sure, and all her freebies, there's no longer links. And so I don't know what happened. Sorry, I'm gonna take a drink. I'm hoping it's an error and they'll be back, but I really don't know. And it's a reminder that Stephanie and Allison on Cross Stitch the Grove, when they say they do their freebie videos, freebies can come and go. It really isn't up to us. So I did this for the Year of Freebies Sal. I love it. I think it's so cute, and I really hope it comes back. But I feel badly that, anyway, so I did do that one. And then I was watching the Unfinished Stitches Flosstube, and they showed this pattern by Luminous Fiber Arts, Boo and Who. And so I just had to. I had finished that black cat, and so I got a start on this black cat. And so this is going to be my 2 threads a day, and I love it. It's just DMC black, and then I picked an orange I have for my stash. It's kind of like a burnty orange. So I'm hoping, I doubt I can get them both done before the end of October, but hopefully I'll get the black cat done. It's already going super fast because this is a great 2 threads a day because you just do a black thread and an orange thread and then a black thread and orange. So it lends itself quite well to that. So that is my current black cat 2 threads a day piece. And then I am working on, this is called Share and Share Alike. It's from Scattered Seed Samplers. I'm a part of the Pin Keep Club right now. So through the year, we get 3 kits. The next kit is coming in November, so I want to get this one done. These patterns will be available next year for purchase. So what I have decided to do, because this sewing of this roundness is not something that's in my wheelhouse, I am doing this as one piece, and then I think this little guy as one piece, and I'll make them into 2 pillows. So again, it's a full kit. It comes with the fabric to stitch on, backing fabric, floss, and the, I almost said ingredients, the supplies to make this little strawberry. I haven't attempted the strawberries yet. I hope to. But I am almost done with the main piece. So, all I have left to do, I just have to finish my initials and do that. And then I'm going to come down here and stitch the little guy. And then I'm going to make them into just like matching pillows. So hopefully I will finish that today and have it FFO'd shortly. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then moving on this was September 21st, Jen of Jen's Fiber Web and Stephanie of Cross Stitch the Globe. I forgot the picture, but you guys will know what this is. They started this piece, Spell of the Moon by Blackbird Designs, for Jen's It's Gonna Be Owl Right sale. And I did get started. And this, I thought this would be finished. It is fiddly. It is fiddly and denser than I thought. So that's okay. It's going to go away for now. But it's really sweet. And it is in the Blackbird Designs book. I didn't bring it out here. I don't know why, but Winds of Autumn. Winds of Autumn. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm also working on that big strawberry bird. So this is just going to go into that whip bag and I will get back to it. So like I said, I kind of started October with an owl and some black cats and stuff. And now I'm just like, bring me the fall. Bring me the fall. All right. So then for those last 2 weeks of September, I had my son spinning a wheel for all of my big samplers. And I think Stag Among the Roses was the last one I showed you. And then we spun and got Jane Bannister by Hands Across the Sea. It's a giant Welsh sampler. And I am doing it in the called for DMC. I have them in bags, so it's kind of hard to see. I'm doing this on 40 count platinum. Again, it's going to take up this whole thing. So I don't know why I think that Peacock, Unicorn, and a Badger is my biggest project, because it's not. It's decidedly not. Maybe it is stitch count wise. I'm not sure. But, this one has a lot of stitches too. So, anyway. Sorry, let me get all my pieces in order here. I got a lot done on this. I was very happy. So I had done that much. And I came in that week of work and I started with this flower. And I went all the way down. This border is chaos and delightful all at the same time. Okay, I did all that. Then I did her work and then I did this bucket. So this just has a little more greenery to add to it and then I'll be on to the next part. Look at those DMC colors. They're so good. Look at them in this pot. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Hands Across the Sea has the best DMC conversions out there. So I loved working on this. And I will say, so usually on samplers, I tend to pick samplers that don't have words or names or anything like that. And if they do, I tend to remove the person's name. And I actually do it. My feeling is that I don't want to act as if I'm that stitcher. I'm reproducing their work. I would never want anybody to think that my work is their work. And that's just how I think of it. So, but the thing is, this one says Jane Bannister, her work. And so I'm leaving that in because it does make me wonder. Did she stitch this? Did somebody finish it for her? Did somebody reproduce it? I mean, it's doubtful. I'm sure she stitched it. But it's just interesting to me that it says her work. And so I stitched it that way because not that anybody's going to get confused. These are modern day materials. And it's not like I think of that. I just think like, I don't know. So if there's like a date on there, I usually leave it off. If there's like initials, I'll just replace it with mine. And it's not that I'm not giving respect to the stitcher. I feel like I am by stitching it. It's just that I feel a little odd about, I don't know. That's just me. Nobody needs to feel odd like me. That's just me. Anyway, oh God, I hope that doesn't start a controversy. I'm just saying it for my sake. And I'm just saying it because I liked the words on that sampler. I liked the way it was displayed like that. And that was part of what caught my eye about it. It's also a beautiful Welsh sampler and I love it. So anyway, oh God. Okay, this is the final sampler of the week. Oh God, this was a mess. So this was the last pull for Sampler September. We live in hope. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Right after that, so for the last week, my son spun and picked Dutch Beauty. And I was like, I can't. After working on Jane Bannister for a week, I was like, I cannot do Dutch Beauty. It's just too much. And it just felt to me like We Live in Hope is kind of where I needed to be. So I pulled this out. This is being stitched on, sorry. Oh, do I not know? I know. 40 count light mocha. Sorry. With the called for floss. And ooh, we had a moment. We had a moment. This is a beautiful sampler. Okay, so this is a beautiful sampler. Like the colors, I'm sorry. God, I'm gross. Anyway, the colors are amazing, but it is very blackbirdy. You have got to watch your blackbird patterns because every once in a while they're just throwing a different color or one thing will be less or whatever. So I had started out, I had these two done and I think I stitched two more. And then I realized this one was wrong. So I had to pull all these out, but then I stitched them back in. So that was good. Then I had like this much done. So I added to the border. I got GHIJK. I'm doing some of that now. I did some of this. I got the XYZ. Like I said, like that Y, it's a different color. So the colors are so good. It's so pretty. But you got to watch your pattern. Which sometimes I'm really good about it and sometimes I'm just not as good about it. And I hope I did this on the right. I figured that out too. I'm like, I really hope I wasn't supposed to do this way. I don't know. See, like I'm up here. I think I did it wrong. Anyway, though, I'm not putting in the Chesapeake Bay part, taking that out. I think I put it on the fabric room. anyway, that's a problem for a different person. But I will cut out, I can cut that part out. And then maybe I'll come down and maybe I just won't do the bottom border. I'll figure out a way to fit it in. Or else what I'll do is I'll just stop and make this a piece. And then I'll come down and make this a piece. That's doable too. Anyway. So yeah, my sampler September kind of ended on a wall. But so it goes. Okay, that's my whips. So I did not do as much this month. I kind of did bigger parts on fewer projects, which I'm okay with. One thing I am disappointed with, I have not done any more on my Owl Forest Soy Lanka kit. And so I think I'm going to pick that up today. I'll do my Peacock Unicorn and a Badger. I'll do my 2 threads on my Black Cat. I want to get my bird kit finished, and then I think Soy Lanka is going to have to take that spot because it needs to. Okay, I have one little piece of Stitchy kindness. I actually have 2 things of Stitchy kindness. One is this. My friend Joan loves my pointer. I love my pointer too, and so she got him a friend. Isn't that cute? He was at a little craft fair. Look at his little tail. So they could talk to each other. He's actually a good pointer. I might use him as a pointer from now on. So thank you, Joan. And then I just want to mention this. I received the loveliest extension of an invite to a retreat. And I could not make that happen. I couldn't make the travel work. But I just want to say, the invitation, I am so grateful. I'm grateful for it. And even though it couldn't happen, I'm tremendously grateful for it. When I told her that I couldn't swing, there was a number of reasons that I couldn't get there. And she said, well, I figured not, but I also figured, you never know. And that's right. You never know. And it was a really good reminder for me because number one, you never know. And even though I couldn't go, I don't think it can be underestimated how much it felt to be included anyway, to be asked, to be invited and to be asked to join. And all of that means the absolute world to me. And so I couldn't make it happen, but I also was like extremely invested in it. And I saw probably more pictures than I normally would. And I had my own experience because of the invitation. And so I just wanted to say that because you never know. You do never know. You never know what just the extension might mean to the person you're extending to. So that was my Stitchy kindness. Also, I won a giveaway. Sorry. God, I forgot. I'm forgetting. That's terrible. Caitlin. But I won this sweet project bag. Look at that. It's so cute. It's cross-stitched. So I'm going to get a holiday project in that toot sweet. And then I got my edition of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. Again, I think this is an amazing magazine. If you buy it, you get all the back stitches, the back issues on digitally. Sarah of Sarah's Stitchy Spot runs Stitch Smalls from P&PS Sal to kind of encourage us to remember that we have this and to get it out and to use it. It's a very well-made magazine. It's really gorgeous. So that came in the mail. And then I have been seeing the animal crackers really have taken the world by storm. And now there's all this additional like changing. It started kind of with changing colors. Then we're adding beads. Then we're adding buttons. Now we're adding fruit baskets and things. So I went to Michael's. I had a voucher. And so I went and got this little basket of, like a little harvest basket, thinking maybe one of mine can hold that. And then little popcorn buckets. Because you know those animal crackers like the tea too, you know? So I don't know how I'll use those, but I do want to try that. And I did think, my son is a fan of those. What are they? I don't know what they're called, but it's like a ball and you open it and it has like mini branded things like a mini can of Pringles or a mini can of, I don't know. I know he's gotten like a little mini disc for a computer or like whatever, but those might be another fun way to find little accessories for your animal crackers. So anyway, these came from Michael's in the dollhouse section. And I know they have like Christmas dollhouse things come out because I made a needle minder out of a little plate of cookies at one point. So if you want to accessorize, these were cute, but I also thought, well, those, I mean, I guess you're buying whatever you get, but anyway, it's just a thought. Okay, and then I bought this for myself and it was very bad and I shouldn't have, but I love it every bit. This came from Stitchy Girl and I can't even, again, I was born on Thanksgiving and so I have a special affinity. It's so pretty. And her bags, I mean, Stitchy Girl, this is an exquisitely made bag. I know she has also been taking, are they tea towels that people are, something, she's making portfolios out of them for people and they are beautiful. So I did buy that for myself. All right, one last thing. This is one last thing, and it's actually going to flow into my thoughts or plans. So you'll remember back, my husband bought me some asparagus fabric. He was looking for pretzel fabric. He found that, and then he said, they also have fabric with asparagus. Would you like that? And I'm like, do you know me? And I bought the asparagus fabric. Haven't used it yet, but I have plans. But when he sent me the picture of the asparagus fabric, there was this radish fabric that I saw, and I was like, I cannot buy radish. Do not buy radish fabric. Don't. But I thought about it a lot. And then Lori from Not Forgotten Farm decided to go out and put out these two patterns. Okay? So I already have an unhealthy relationship with Thanksgiving. And now we have this lady who has a radish. And this fella who has corn. And so I said, I'm going to go get that radish fabric. And I'm also going to look for corn fabric. So the radishes will be on the back of that little pillow. And they did not have corn, but they did have popcorn. And so this will be, I will be stitching, I guess come November. I kind of have I have a plan, but what I have done is I pulled out my bag that I won from Sherry at Colorado Cross Stitcher, and I put kind of, like I said, I bought those are PDFs, and then I got a few from Pinker Pumpkin Quilting. So I'm going to go through them real quick, but this is kind of my fall bag, which I thought I would wait till November, but I'm thinking it's going to come sooner. But I cannot wait. I bought the pattern just so I could put the fabric on the back. So there we have it. That's who I am. Oops, I knocked down an acorn. Don't eat that, Fergus. Don't. He won't. He's not a bad dog. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to go through these with you real quick. And then I have this one. And this. So the first in the pile. So these I was kind of planning for November, but I think I'm just going to kind of get into them as spots open. So these little fellas from Not Forgotten Farm. Then I have what do I have here? Ooh, a piece of fabric. I'll be stitching these on Osnaburg fabric. So as I said, these are from the stamp series on Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. I'll put her blog below. This little owl. Oh, is he not so cute? And these are all, they're 35 by 35. So they're quick, very quick. I'm going to do that little pair. Cute. The cornucopia. Cute. And then I bought this one, I think, shoot. I don't have a picture of this one. And it was Cherry Hill Stitchery, and I guess she went out of business. Debbie from Snug Harbor Crafts had said, you know, she's going out of business, so maybe, you know, throw her a sale before she goes. So I did that. For some reason, I didn't print this out. I don't know where he is, but there's the little squirrel. And then this little wagon of pumpkins. And then this, the big one, this house one is also hers, but I'm just planning to do those little blackbirds. And then because I saw it, this one will wait till Christmas, but I saw it and I was like, what? It is a goose skiing with a candy cane. So those are all those little stamps are from Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. So I'm hoping to get those done this month. And then also, just so that you know, before I go on to this next thing, there is a Halloween freebie Flosstube episode by Lizzie. And her Flosstube name is Lizzie. I will try and put it below. But she's Lizzie Purple Cloud on Instagram. And she had a bunch of Halloween freebies, including this one. So if you watch her video, she sends you to the proper place to get those freebies. So I just wanted to show that one. I had plans of starting that one. Right now I'm doing the Boo and Who, so we'll see if I get to it. I'm not entirely sure. And then I just wanted to show this. Now of course I didn't put it in the right spot, Karen. What did I do? And then I saw this on Mrs. Jones Stitches. She took this whole collection. This is a book from Brenda Gervais. Oh shoot, and I have it, but I don't. But Brenda Gervais did them all with tomatoes. And I've done, oops, bloops. So this top one, sorry, this top one I did with a tomato, but see how she redid it with pumpkins? She redid everything with pumpkins. So smart. So I'm going to hopefully do this top one, that alphabet one with the pumpkin. And then on November 1st, with my friend Michelle, I received this pattern along with my winnings from Colorado Cross Stitcher. Be Thankful. And I found just a scrap of platinum to do that on. And I picked some of my own colors kind of to match the picture a little bit better. Some called for, it's just kind of a hodgepodge, but look how pretty. Woo-hoo-hoo. So I'm going to start that for sure on November 1st with my friend Michelle. So if you'd like to join us, come on over. So that is my fall bag. Lots of plans in the fall bag. I'm going to put this back because if I don't, real trouble. So that is the fall bag. Then I think I'm going to take this out. I need to take Soyanka out, so I don't know how much this will get, but I have just been thinking about this pattern. It's just so very fall-y. This is Golden Delicious. My lovely friend Karen sent me the whole kit from Roxy Floss Co. I'm stitching this on 40 count. It's a 40 count by Fortnite Fabrics. And I did not get very far, but it is. Oops. Sorry. Let me just. Excuse me. I did not get very far because it was quite fiddly, but look at those fall colors. So I'm going to keep this out too and try and get some stitches in it because it's just, I've been thinking about it nonstop, so that must mean something, right? So I do want to get back to my Soyanka, and I'm probably saying that wrong. I apologize. But that's another one that I want to do. And then, as I said, I fully finished those 2 animal stacks, and I thought, well, wait, why do I not have an animal stack going? So I'm hoping you all will help me. This is my animal stack bag. And I just have this random thing of floss in here. I don't really know. I have to figure that out because it's a lot of floss. We'll get to that. So basically what I have 2, nope, this is the 36 count. So when the animal stacks first came out, there was no over 1. As they continue to get more and more detailed, there's more over 1. So I had started stitching these on 40 count, Vintage Country Mocha. As I said, I've fully finished 6. So I've also finished the raccoons. Look at that baby. And I finished the cardinals. So I want to get 2 more on this piece of fabric. This is the 40 count. So I have, and I'm hoping you'll give me a vote, I have Cow Pile. I have Snort Stack, which I'm leaning towards. I have Sheep Heap. I love, he has a pattern. The big one has like a quilt pattern in him, which I wonder how you do that with. Anyway, I'd have to figure it out. And then I have Fox Few. So those are on the 40 count. And then I ended up buying a piece of 36 count because a lot of these kind of more detailed ones, their faces are done in over 1. So last year I finished Quack Stack is what this one was called. I love it. So I have room for 3 more on this. So I have Roo Crew. The little babies right there. I leave the bees off. I don't know why, I just do. Hedgerow. Oh, that one's hard to focus. It's real cute though. And that the little baby, see, on this one, I think the whole baby is done over 1. It's okay, I can do it. That's why this is on 36. And then Tired Trio. So it's kind of amazing. I have a lot of these. I also don't have a lot of them. So anyway, if any of those caught your fancy, I want to get one of these at least going. It won't be like an all the time thing, but I should have one at least on the go. Anyway, so that's my animal stack. So hopefully you guys will see a favorite. Again, I'm leaning towards Snort Stack, so that's where we're at with that. Okay, so those are my thoughts. That's my whips, that's my everything. So in November, again, I'm going to start Be Thankful for sure on November 1st. Last year, I started Feast of Friendship on November 1st, so I would like to get that out. I started it with my friend Sharon, but Sally of Flossie Sews and Grows also started it. She just released a video yesterday, and she shows her progress, which is a lot more than mine. And they're going to get that out. November is my birthday month, but I don't have anything calling to me for a birthday start, so I don't know that that's going to happen. I'll have my definite like Mill Hill kit, freebie, you know, my 25/7 things that I always do. But there's a few things I would like to get some stitches on. So I don't know. I might not have, if I'm starting that piece on November 1st, I just might not have a birthday start, which is good. That's fine. And then I've already started getting a little stack together. Like I said, I started this bag with like things I wanted to do for fall. And so I think I'm going to take this bag, my new Christmas bag, and just start adding things that I want to do in December into that now. So that's just kind of, it's helped me kind of keep organized, especially when I'm printing out freebies and stuff. That way they don't just get put in a drawer and never seen again. So anyway, I'm excited about fall. It's cozy. It's a little cooler. We got pumpkins. In Nevada, we have Nevada Day is on the 31st. And so on Halloween, and it's not always on the 31st. It's on the last Friday of the month or something. I don't know. Anyway, it falls on Halloween this year. So we get to all be home on Halloween and enjoy it. And I'm just having fun. The ducks are playing well. We're happy. My little Fergus guy is asleep down there, so I'm not going to bug him. But he's happy down there too, and I'm carrying on. So I hope that this video finds you well. I hope that, I hope it finds you well, and I hope you find your peace in your own way. And if we get back here, we'll do it again. Happy fall. Bye. It's still going.